Hey y'all, it's Jess Pryles from Hardcore Carnivore, and today I'm going to show you how to make barbecue pork ribs on the pellet grill. But before we get started, here's a little rib primer. You'll find two different rib cuts available in the HEB Natural range, which is pork raised in America without antibiotics or hormones. There's spare ribs and loin back ribs, which are also known as baby backs. When I place the two different ribs side by side, you can see the back ribs on the right are much more curved and rounded on top, while the spare ribs on the left sit pretty flat. If I turn them over, you'll get a great idea of how they fit together. Back ribs curve off the spine, and right at the cut is where you see the spare rib section start. The baby backs are usually meatier, so those are the ones I'll be using today. Usually you'll also want to remove the membrane from the back of the ribs, but these ones already had them removed right out of the pack, so let's move on to seasoning. Season the ribs liberally with your barbecue rub of choice, and don't forget to season the back too. Now I leave the ribs to sit for 10 to 15 minutes so the salt will draw out some of the moisture and turn the seasoning into a paste. Next, I've set my pellet grill to 250 degrees and I'll lay the ribs in bone side down to smoke uncovered for about 2 hours. I'm also going to spritz them with apple juice every 20 minutes as they cook. Now it's time to bring in the Texas crutch, which is wrapping them in foil. After 2 hours, the color is perfect and vibrant and we want to keep it that way, so it's time to wrap. Using foil also lets us help get those ribs nice and tender without letting the surface get too dark. I add some pieces of butter to the foil and a sprinkle of brown sugar, and then I lay the rib meat right on top of that. I seal up the package and place it back into the pellet grill, but bone side down, to cook for 1 more hour. After an hour, I'll gently uncover the ribs and tuck the foil around the sides. If you like your rib sauce, you can paint some barbecue sauce on there now, but I like them with a dry finish. They'll go back into the pellet grill uncovered for 10 minutes just to set the top. Are you ready for the big reveal? Here are our glistening, tender, smoky HEB natural loin back ribs. And that color is perfect. Lay the ribs onto a board. I just have to take one more moment to admire just how great they look. Slice them between each bone, then pile them high on a plate with some optional barbecue sauce on the side. You can see the meat inside is tender but incredibly moist and juicy. Actually, after seeing this, you might want to cook up 2 racks of ribs at once. I hope you enjoy the recipe, and don't forget, stick around, have a browse, and check out the other great recipes right here on the HEB YouTube channel.